To your health now this morning, everybody. If you are anxious about going back to normal life after the pandemic, you are certainly not alone. We all had to adapt to this new normal, celebrating birthdays, holidays, and graduations all over Zoom. And look, who didn't take a stab at perfecting that perfect sourdough or your favorite cocktail or your favorite cookies? The list goes on. But with the vaccine widely available, mask mandates being lifted, going back to normal doesn't quite seem the same as it used to. To help us navigate some of the anxiety and mental struggles around re-emerging after the pandemic is one of our dear friends of the show, Jess Weiner, host of the new podcast, Let's Change Beauty. Good morning to you, my friend. Great to see you.
Good morning. Happy to be back with you.
We have missed you, Jess Weiner. Our
Same.
Mondays haven't been the same.
Same.
So why do you think getting back to normal it feels so terrifying for so many people?
Well, I think because normal has changed, Melvin, and I don't know that we're ever going back to what we had before. I mean, we've all collectively lived through 2.5 years, roughly, of a lot of change. I mean, not only have we all been sort of focused on our health and well-being and trying not to get COVID or survive having COVID, but everything's changed from the way we work to the way we spend time with our families to how we focus on our own lives and what makes us happy. So I think the idea of normal has shifted, and now it's time for us to reevaluate, redefine, and reconnect to what normal means now. And that will require a period of introspection and asking ourselves some different questions, I think.
And giving ourselves permission to lean into the uncomfortability of this re-emerging process, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's, everything from how we relate to our bodies and the changes they might have undergone. You talked about making sourdough, and some people were very productive and some people were not as productive. And so I think a lot of this is giving ourselves permission, compassion, and grace to know that our lives have changed, our bodies have changed, our, focus has changed, and that's okay. That's absolutely normal.
And one huge topic that ties into post-COVID anxiety is having that summer body, right?
Oh, yeah.
And tight, whatever that means. Your new podcast takes, it's true, it means different things to different people. And you take this topic on in your new podcast, Let's Change Beauty. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so Let's Change Beauty, which is powered by my friends at the Dove Self-Esteem Project, does exactly that, which is challenge beauty stereotypes, both out in culture and in our own minds, right? So summer beach bodies have been a thing in advertising and marketing for a really long time. It sells this ideal beauty standard for this summer. But Melvin, I think if you have a body and it's summer, you have a summer body. So it's like, it's a time for us to get rid of all of that expectation that we're supposed to look a certain way. I mean, listen, Instagram is on fire again with everybody posting these like FOMO inspired, vacation photos. We can't fall into that trap. And Let's Change Beauty is really a conversation with leaders from a variety of industries about how we can challenge and change beauty standards. But this really starts with ourselves, like get rid of that body to-do list and focus on that body to be list, which is be in your body, enjoy what it can provide for you, be out in the world with your friends if that's what you choose to do, but focus less on your appearance and more on what your body can achieve.
And we got 60 seconds left here. So how can people handle social anxiety and re-enter on their own terms? What are some tips you have for us there?
Well, you said the key phrase there, which is on your own terms, which means you have to decide what those terms are. What makes you comfortable now? And if it's not being out in the world as much as you were before with all that hustle and grind, that's okay. Decide for yourself what makes you happy, what makes you comfortable, and most of all, focus on the feeling and not necessarily the people pleasing or, kind of the re-emerging at where you were 2 years ago. Stop comparing yourself to that time. Focus on now. What do you value? And I always do this, Melvin. I ask myself a couple questions before I say yes to any invitation. Will it bring me joy? Will it bring me connection? Will it bring me something that I need right now? And if the answer is no, then feel free to say no.
That's on your own terms. I love that little checklist you just hit us with, Jess Weiner. You always got all the goodies. So where can we hear this podcast?
Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we're out now. And I'm loving these conversations, Melvin. It reminds me of what we do on Monday mornings here.
Thank you so much, Jess. Jess Weiner, everybody, host of the Let's Change Beauty podcast. We thank you so much for being with us. As always, wouldn't be a Monday morning without you. Happy that you're back with us.
Me too.